Okay, folks, we're back here another week of it's official now. It is the show on Kiracofe.
The official.
I'm going to talk about the last week. Two really good quality road wins for you guys. I guess first of all, just quick thoughts on those, the Corpus and the UIW wins.
Corpus was huge on the road. They had a good crowd, good team with a lot of different weapons. So I was really happy that we went out there and we started out great and then responded when Corpus turned around and really made a good push. You know, I mean, all those last three sets were really close, and it came down to just kind of, settling in there towards the end once you hit 20 and just making good things happen when you touch the ball, and we did that. So couldn't be happier with that win to kind of start off the road season for the conference. It was great, and then UIW is physically, unbelievably talented. And they've been pushing people so far, that it hasn't been turning into wins, but they've been fighting everybody hard. They got two outsides that can score whenever they want to score, and big middles that can block and they can put the ball away. And then, when the outsides are scoring, the middles are scoring. That's volleyball 101. It makes it tough to compete against. So really happy that obviously went our way in a 5-set match, on the road, because that last set went back and forth, and anyone could have won it. And I thought our girls did a great job, again, once it hit 10, to really settle down and just be like, all right, now it's time to kind of, make it happen when it matters.
Yeah. So looking back at that Corpus win, I know it's still very early in the conference season and all that, but that feels like it could be one of those wins that if things continue to go well, like you look at that one as like, that's a signature kind of win.
Yeah. I'd argue that it started with Houston Baptist and bouncing back after the Sam match, but to be able to go into someone else's gym that is as talented as Corpus is, and to get that win, I completely agree. It's going to be a big one for us going forward into the season.
Looking at and you mentioned that 5th set against UIW, and just seeing how that played out, and we've talked about it before. Hannah is having an incredible season already to this point, over 250 kills already, but the way she, I guess, stepped up so big in that 5th set, that's just huge.
Yeah. And I said before, she's one of the best players in the conference, and when the match is on the line, good luck trying to stop her. We've had 4 matches so far in conference. Every single defense, as expected, is geared to stop her and slow her down. And there's been times, where she's had some hitting errors or has been taking some swings and they're digging her. What we're just saying is, be patient. And she has been doing a much better job of that and getting her kills when they come. And then just knowing that everyone is expecting her to get the ball. And so the defense is going to be ready for that. But then when it mattered, set 5, she went off, and that's totally expected, and realistic.
And I think the thing that's really standing out of late is, Hannah's done her thing, but the way Lex has really complimented her. She had a fantastic two matches.
She really did. If everyone's defense is set up to stop Hannah, whether it's front row or back row, you're leaving something open. And I think, Lex has obviously had some great matches, put up great numbers, and then we've had a lot of other, production from our middles and right sides, and setters are scoring. It opens things up for everybody else. And like you said, Alexis has really taken advantage of that.
Real quick, Meg, milestone for her career over the weekend. Thought she might get in that first match against Corpus. She
really close.
23, got 22, but got 1,000 digs, and I know you're excited for her.
Yeah, really proud of her. Has played a huge role for us from the moment she stepped on campus. But in a position that doesn't always get a lot of the spotlight. And so I'm really happy that she's been able to step in and just kind of, take hold of the Libero position and gets this accomplishment.
How is she, or have you seen her take that role as kind of the defensive leader, so to speak, especially with, as much as we've seen Haley play and kind of ushering her along as well?
I mean, Megan's been a leader, like I said, the moment that she got on campus, she just kind of has that personality. But the Libero position specifically is your leader in the backcourt, and takes a lot of responsibility and ownership of passing and defense, and just, expanding what she can take in serve receive and in defense to make it a little bit easier for everybody else. And that's a lot to ask of anybody when you're thrown in the position full time for the first season. And there was some growing pains a little bit in the first few matches in the regular or the preseason. But just her comfort level has really shown lately, and is doing a fantastic job. Just being a leader out there from a production standpoint and from a mentality standpoint.
All right, moving into this week, 2 more matches, one here at Prather, and then another on Thursday. And it's not quite the 4 matches in 4 days like we saw at the Texas A&M tournament, but 4 matches compressed like that. Not a Thursday, Saturday deal this week, a Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
So maybe one of the more difficult sections of the conference schedule from that aspect, at least.
It is. To have 2 of the Tuesday matches back to back is rough, and I know we get that Saturday off, but it still feels like it's really compact and right on top of you. And so that's a lot of scouts to throw at the girls in concession of just one after another. And all those teams have improved. I mean, it's a great thing to say that the conference is better top to bottom this year, but it's not a great thing when you're going match to match saying, this team has improved so much from last year. So it's going to be a difficult run for us.
So talk about Lamar coming into Prather on Tuesday night. I guess a similar kind of makeup to what we saw earlier from us, a really talented outside, and then some other complementary pieces on offense at least.
Yeah, I mean they've got some physical talent. I mean they're long in the middle, big right side. They can score and put up numbers on the outside. They're one of those teams that's really improved a lot since last year. This is the 2nd year of their head coach, and you can just see out there that they look way more comfortable. And so that's been showing with some wins, and they've been pushing people and making it difficult. So it's going to be an interesting match tomorrow.
So after the 2 big wins on the road, to have this one back here, just to maybe kind of catch your breath after that, I mean, that's got to be a big part of what you're trying to continue to have them play at a high level like they seem to be having.
Yeah, it's great to be at home. It is also nice that it's fall break and they get some time away from class too. I mean, it doesn't necessarily help them with their academics, but from just a physical standpoint and a mental standpoint, to be able to kind of decompress a little bit. It's great that we could have this match at home over fall break, so you can really get the benefits of that. So that should help, and then a quick road trip on Thursday.
Okay, Coach. Well, appreciate you again this week. Again, match tomorrow night against Lamar at Prather, 6:30. I hope to see everybody there, and we'll of course talk to you again after that and get a little preview of Thursday's match as well later in the week.
All right. Thank you.